the legs, standing. So let's come to stand. Orient your sticky mat as Allison has. You're perfect, Jean. So the sticky mat is going to be horizontal to the camera's edge, right? So you're going to come halfway wide. And then hands on hips. Spiral clockwise and counterclockwise. And as you spiral clockwise and counterclockwise, locate the pressure points on the feet so that from the outer borders of the feet to the inner borders of the arches, there's a great deal of appreciation for the arrangement of the toes, right? Keep all 4 toes down and lift just the big boy. So the big toes will come up. And then pivot the right toes out. Put all the 5 toes of the right foot down and then just push onto the pinky side of the left. Joan will stay here. Allison and Jean. So Joan, you're coming here. Right? Joan is here, bending and straightening. Allison and Jean swing sideways, touch, come back, straighten. Swing sideways, touch, come back and straighten. So Joan is staying upright, bending and straightening the right. And then Allison and Jean are folding in and out of Ardha Chandrasana with either no hands as Allison is doing or with hand to the floor, whichever feels most interesting. There's good to fall, Allison. There's the puppy. Good. Nice. Hey, Kira. Hi, hi. How are you?
Good. Whew, I made it.
And then come back to center. Feet are parallel, so it's going to be primarily standing poses today, Kira. Hands on hips. Spiral around clockwise and counterclockwise. Imagine you have on elf shoes, and then all of the toes are coiled up to the sky. And then from that shape, roll from the inner, outer, okay? When you come onto the outer pinky side of the foot, curl the toes in as if your foot were a sickle sliding a group of chips across a Las Vegas blackjack table, right? So the foot is going to create this kind of sickle and pull. Does that make sense? So you're coming in and across, in and across. Go back and forth. Good. And actually let the knees bow in and bow out. Now plant the feet solidly. Big toes up, 4 toes down. Keep the right leg as it is. Pivot the left toes out. Press down through all 5 toes of the left foot, but keep the big toe of the right foot up. Begin to bend and straighten the left leg. So going in and out of the bend. Good. Now drop the right toes. Good. Of course, there's anywhere in the world the puppy could sit, right? But the puppy wants to sit right on the sticky mat, right in Jean's way. That's how it goes. Bending and straightening, bending and straightening. There was a time, when my mom and dad would get ready to go out on their fancy evenings. And my brother and I would just sit in the bathroom with them, sitting in the tub, sitting on the edge of the tub while they're, fully dressed, but putting on, and my dad would say, I'm really sorry that we don't have a bigger house so that you guys could go somewhere else and not be in my bathroom on top of us. Okay, so then you're bending and straightening. Joan is staying here. Allison, Kira, Jean, swing out, tap, come back, and go back and forth like that. And as you go back and forth like that, you have options to either touch the floor or not. Yes, go with more control, JC. Go with more control. So I'm asking for control, and that's becoming the earmark of a foot that is dedicated to the grip. Does that make sense? So the foot that's gripping into the floor, that's the foot that shows me the gumption, the intelligence, the drive to keep you safe and strong in the balance. Good, Joan. Come back to center. Feet a little wider. So now take the feet just a little bit wider. And then give me the inner arch, outer, inner, outer. And as you come to spool onto the outer foot and the inner foot, what do your knees have to contribute? So we're not going from side to side now, Joan and Allison. It's just here, 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 here. Good. Now come onto the balls of the feet, lift your heels, and come towards a goddess squat. Going a little bit to the left, a little to the right. Arms out wide. Arms together. Bend your knees, Joan. Bend your knees. Arms out wide. Arms together. 8 more like that. Arms out wide. Inhale. Palms together. Arms out wide. Good. Your feet look magnificent, everybody. Good to fall, Joan. Figure it out. Figure it out. Arms together. Good. Arms apart. Last 4. Last 4. Whose pelvic floor has gone Christmas shopping? Bring it back to class. Are you squeezing up in your little Advent wreaths, right? So squeeze up in your tushes. Good. Now stretch the legs straight. Here we go. Here we go. Inner arches, outer arches, inner arches, outer arches. Turn to the right with the right toes, bend and straightening the right knee. Joan is going to stay in a warrior 2. Jean, Allison, Kira, watch. I want you to bend. Once you come to a bend, heel toe your left leg towards the left. How far? Until your right knee starts to go forward of your toes. Remember how we worked on this on Tuesday's class? So heel toe your left leg out. Now lean to the right and just hang out here. Things are going to awaken deep underneath the inner right groin, right? I'm weight loading your hip, but from that underneath section, there is a Calvary, right? There's just there's like some wild horses right underneath. And stay in that, lean and lean and lean. Now, touch the floor. Keep your left foot down, KJK. Left foot is down, left foot is down. Okay, so keep this shape. Now, swing all the way over, pivot, climb in, bring your kneecap forward of your toes. Joan, you're gonna come, Joan's not touching the floor. She's just coming into a lunge. Everybody else, hands on the floor. Bend so much your right knee that your right Achilles tendon, so your kneecap has to go to the dining room. More, frame your foot, Jean. So put both hands around the foot. Now here comes the madness. Press your chest into your front right quad and lean on it until your right heel has trouble anchoring to, that's it, Allison.
Crawl forward a little more, KJK and JC. Good. That's so good, Joan. Just stay in the bend and straighten. Excellent. Okay. Come on out. Face me. Heels in towards each other. Toes out. Toes down, heels up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now here's the question I have for your arms. Are they only forward focused, or is it that the air is quite viscous so that when you try and take the hands apart, you're feeling, especially for Allison, those back core muscles fire? Good, Joan. Come on, Joan, get on your sticky mat and bend your knees. Knees out to the side. What happened to your pelvic floors? Did we drop a bowling ball on them? Does it look like your hoo-ha is blowing a bubble? No, everything is hugged up and in. Good. Pause, stretch straight the legs, and then turn all toes off, all heels down. Now, 4 toes down, big toes up. Come to pivot. And then Joan, all 5 toes of the right foot down, 5 toes of the left foot down. Just start the bend and straighten, bend and straighten. So everybody's in the bend and straighten on the first few. My more advanced kids, please bend the left knee, heel toe the right foot inordinately far. So if you think you've come far, go a little further. We're not doing that yet, Biscuit. Watch your teacher. Then just reach your left arm out. Yeah, that's it. Allison was so traumatized by this that she tried to skip to the next sequence. But it's not that type of party. It's getting underneath that inner, this part. It's gonna feel icky, yucky, owie. Bend and bend, bend and bend and bend and more. And then reach towards the floor. Bend your left knee more, and then swing the right arm around. Uncork the back right heel, come forward. Come forward, 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 forward. As much as you can, you're keeping the left heel down. And you're mashing into to get such an ankle flexion. Be careful on this leg, Jean. Don't go too much more than that because this is that outer foot. Good. Joan is not doing that. She's just, oh, you're going on the chair. I love it. But don't go down to the floor, Joan. Just stay upright there. Good. That's it. So such a big bend in the front left knee. Love what KJK is doing. Does anybody want to try that? Pushing her hands into the front left quad. So she's added an extra sponge of something by pushing down the front. Good. Come up, pivot. Heel toe in twice. Knees bent, toes down, heels up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. All legs, all balance, all foot, all slow core today, right? And here is the question. Which side of the foot is working most? Is it the pinky that's rooting? Is it the big toe mound? Figure it out. If you care to impress your teacher and give her a little Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas present, your heels will be off the floor. They will. Yes, that's so good. And you'll get to shaking mightily. Yes, that's it. We'll go back again. We'll go back again. Drop all 10 of the toes
And then go through the sickle. So go to the inner knee, towards each other, the outer knees apart. And then concentrate on the steel cable bands of your hip flexors as they try and gird the thigh bones in that pivot, Now, I'm gonna start turn sideways so that you can really see. So I want pivot, pivot. So when the knees go apart, give me a little bit of a back bend. Yeah. And when the knees come together, give me a round. Knees together, cat. Knees apart, little catty. A little catty. A little catty. Catty, catty. Take now the heel of the hands on the outer knees and create the reversal of a Suzanne Somers thigh master so that the knees have a foil to work against. So it's out, in. Come on, push against your knees, John. Out and in. And are you pushing your knees in a way that allows them to still bend without disrupting the alignment? Hands are on the outer knees, Joan, not the inner. And you're pushing from this little edge. Go. 8. Go. 7. Go. 6. In and out. 5. In and out. 4. So it's the out part that is cueing you, when the knees go out, that's exactly what it feels like to go into these lunges, right? So there is the pulling back of the curtain around the very basic, listen to your teacher, about the very basics of side angle, warrior 2, triangle, all that. Okay, so here we go. Let's work on the sickle of the feet. So turning in and out, turning in, out, turning in and out, in and out. Now stay puckered onto the pinky side of the left, turn the right toes, let's go there. So Joan is giving me the bend and straighten. Big toe of the left is off the floor, and all the other 4 are down. And you're just bending and straightening here. Come in like that, good. Now, JC, ASD, KJK, right knee bends, heel toe the left leg as far away as it can possibly go. So you're in a stride that is uncomfortably long. Certainly you with your long legs, Allison, can go a little more towards that sit. And then left hand, left hip, right arm all the way up to the side. Now things are bad, but they can always get worse. Pick up your right heel. Right heel up, right toes down, and I'm looking for a bunching in your calf. Yeah. Good. Drop your right heel down, flex your right heel into the floor, and then lift all 10 of your toes up. Stretch your arm wide out to the side. So you came from side angle into Trikonasana. Let's try that. Let's try that 4 more times. Bend, stop there. Stretch wide into the right. Good to fall, Jim. Wide into the right. And then bend there. And now, right heel up. Straighten your elbow, KJ. Unless it hurts your shoulder. Right heel down. Right leg straight. Stretch all the way to the side. Again, 3 more. Bend. Stretch. Lean. Right heel. Hold. Right heel down. Flex. Right leg straight. Turn. Woo! Dos más. bend, stay, arm, wave, heel, up, heel, down, leg, straight. Again, bend, heel high, arm long, heel down, leg straight, long reach, and then bend, cartwheel around, stay forward over the front toes with the right knee. So you might have to crawl forward. Crawl forward. Now, Allison, I forgot to tell you to get the soft blanket. Maybe we can get it or double your sticky mat. So come forward over the front shin. Push into the top of the back left knee. Does that make sense? So push into the top of the back left knee. Take the left arm up. Inhale. And then take the left arm up and over to the right. Left elbow out right knee, twist. Up the back left foot, switch left leg straight and twist, and twist, and twist. We're here for 5 more twists. Left leg off, good. Twisted lunge, 3. Good, Joan. 2. Brilliant. Excellent. And then come out, step out, stand. Okay. How are we doing here? Is anybody feeling something in that right ass cheek? Let's give it a little rinse. Right heel high, inner left thigh, tree pose. Come into tree, get your chair, Joe. Get your chair. Tree pose. Now tree pose with the toe pointed and no touching. Tree pose, toe pointed, no touch, don't touch, don't touch. Tree pose, good, and just stay with the point. Tree pose, right knee forward, right knee out, right knee forward, right knee out. 4 more, right knee forward. Some of your toes are not even pointed. It makes me sad. Come on, point your right toes. Oh, but your right toes are so slovenly and so lazy. Why? Come on. Good. Keep that. Joan, come on, keep your foot off of your inner knee. The foot is not touching. Hold it on its own steam because I want to get into your hip. Ankle to knee pose, but watch, it's a point. Now help from ankle to knee and then watch. Pull up, bend down. Pull up, and then bend down. Lean. Come up, and then lean down. Come up. 3 more, and down. 2. On the 1, please stand on the right foot. Let's get a quad stretch of the left. So stand on the right foot. Left heel, left glute, quad stretch. Turn around and face the door, Joan, and hold with your right hand, bringing your left heel. Good, Allison. Joan will stay here. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. ASD, KJK, JC, right hand heart, right hand heart, left quad up, left heel back, forward fold, lean in. 10 breaths here. Right hand heart, left hand, left ankle, no hand touching the floor. Do not touch the floor. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. 10, good. 9, lift your left, lift your left. 8, 7, 6, good to fall. 5, it's all balance, guys.
4, 3. Good job for 2. On the 1, in lieu of our sun salutations, it's the wide opening, closing of the hands. Let's go back through that. Let's go back through that. So your toes are out to the side. And then it's here, here. Inhale. Inhale. So you can pulse. You can keep your heels off the floor. Whatever you do, I will love it. We will be here for another minute, right? So maybe you don't go as low, knowing that we have several more sets of these. Do you blow your Christmas budget on one gift? No, you got to spread it out. So we have a lot more class for you to really use, okay? So stay in it, bending, good, good, good. That's it. Now let's work on the sickled feet. So it's in and out. So the knees they're gonna take the cue from the feet. So just go and back and forth, back and forth. And there's a tenderness about how you explore the ankles, the shins, the feet. And you're pinching. Who has ever shut a screen with their fingers? So shut the screen on the floor with your toes so that your toes are coming from splayed to hugging in. Does that make sense? So the toes are really out and really in and really out. That's it. And really in. You've got it. Now, 4 toes down, big toes up, go there. All 5 toes down on the left foot, pivot it out. Start there. Heel toe the right foot away a little bit for jump. And then everybody start with the bend and straighten. So we're first starting the bend and straightening. Now, after you get used to this distance, stretch your right leg far and away. Don't just step it. Don't just step it, Jean. I mean, you could go, guys, come on, stretch it away. Be very vulgar with this distance. It's like, oh, it's just too much. And then come in, right hand, left hand all the way to the side. And we're here for 5. Left heel off the floor. 4, 3. Come on, reach. 2, 1. Left heel down, left foot flex, left leg straight. Trikonasana, lean. Bend again. Right heel strongly back and down. Focus on the right leg. Take the right leg back. Scoop the pubic bone. Bend your left knee. Lean all the way north of your left quad. Left toes down. Left heel up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left heel down. Left foot flex. Left leg straight. 5. Reach. 4. Come on, stretch and stretch. 2, 1. Come back. Bend. Go sideways. Left heel up for 5, 4, 3. This is number 3, guys. 2, 1. Left heel down. Left leg straight. Go sideways for 5. Yes. Come on. 4. Stretch and stretch for 3. Are you shredding into something that you'll need later? No. You're hugging in and digging down with that left heel. 2, 1. Numero 5. Bend. Reach. Heel. Toes down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Left heel down. Flex the foot. Stretch straight your left leg. Reach for 5, 4. You can go closer to the floor, Jean. Left ear all the way towards the left shin. Bend. Cartwheel the hands down. Angle yourself accordingly
so that your left knee comes a little bit forward of your foot. So scoot your left foot a little bit back. Put your hands on the chair, Joe. Hold onto the chair, Joe. Everybody else, double fold sticky mat. Right knee, right quad down, hands onto the top of the leg. Reach and push through the top right foot. Come forward with your pubic bone towards your Achilles tendon, G. Come on in there, good. Push through the left heel. Come on, move your hip, right hip forward. Inhale, right arm up and slightly to the left. Right arm up and slightly to the left. Hold there, tone and firm your belly. On the inhale, dig and direct your right elbow across the outer left thigh. Come into the twist from there. Once you purchase a big chunk of right armpit across left knee, curl your right toes under, stretch your right leg straight, come into a master twist like you've never done it, so long, so twisty, and we will be here for what seems to be 20 seconds of eternity. Good, Joe. So got 9 more breaths, guys. Three, 2. So well done. Spiral out, come up. Goddess. Be sensible, because you know we have a lot more. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So up and down, up and down. So we're going through over the river and through the woods, right? To grandmother's hips. Do you want to visit grandmother's hips and find them creaky? No. You want to go over these muscle groups and find a buoyant, a buffness, strong hips, strong quads, strong glutes. Now, pause here. Go through the sickling of the feet. So turning on the lights, let me just observe you and pivot in, arch, outer arch, and find their a creativity in the way the toes splay and the way they hug, right? Good. Excellent. So Joan, let's come and sit on the big ball now. Let's sit on the big ball and then just roll around, Joan. Good. Everybody else, no big balls for you. Okay, no big balls. So here we go. All 10 toes up. 4 toes down, big toes up on both feet. Keep that stacking on the left foot. Push through the right toes, pick up the right heel and pivot. Now on the first, you just bend and straight. It's short. It's a short distance, right? It feels weird after all that way we've worked. Now, bend your right, lean sideways, heel toe your left leg as far away as it can possibly go. And then when you think you can't go any further than that, come on, go. And then bring your right shoulder towards the inner right knee. Okay? So stay here. Keep moving the left shoulder back. Bend more. Now, right heel up. Right toes down. Right heel down. Right leg straight. No hands, please. Right ear, right kneecap. Bend. Right toes down, right heel up. So get a little deeper. Get a little deeper. Right heel down, right toes up. Stretch your right leg straight. Lean into it, biscuit. Get inside. So it's not a forward fold. It's not It's not Purva Konasana, it's sideways. Bend. Right heel up. Right heel down. 5, 4, good to fall. 3, 2, 1. Right heel down, right straight. Keep turning sideways. Yes. 3. Are you using your right elbow to nudge your right thigh backwards to the door, KJ? Bend. Right heel up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right heel down. Right up, straight right leg. Right knee bends, left hand finds the right knee. Many of you will stay in the bind. Who's going to look at the floor? Pick up your right heel. 5, 4, 3. Keep working your arms, Joan. 2, 1. Right leg straight, right heel down. Perfect. Left knee down. Left leg straight. Lift up. Good. Now push through the top. Be careful of your toes. Some of you have toes. Push through that left foot and then lift the left kneecap quad off the floor. Did you guys see that? So it started with the left knee down, and then it ended with the left leg up, and then take the arms up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Bend your sticky mat. Go back. Left arm up. Inhale. Take the left arm over to the right. Go there. Left elbow out. Now, some of you have a bind in this fashion. Some of you will take your right hand and drape it behind you, finding the fingertips to meet underneath your hoo-ha and then to twine around the back. Some of you will just stay in the twist. Good. Excellent. 2 more. Perfection, everybody. Pigeon. Heel toe the right foot all the way over towards the left. Fold in for such a welcome pigeon. It's going to feel really good. It's getting in that pigeon. Now, sometimes we get into pigeon and we use it as a belly shavasana. Go ahead and indulge yourself and just melt forward over the ankle, the curve of the inner knee, the inner calf. So really just give yourself a restorative pose for a few breaths. Joan, are you okay to go up and down? You're okay to just stay down in your pigeon. You don't have to come up yet. In fact, you can start to move towards a back, lying on your back with the ball behind the knees, Joan. You can come into, and just, if that's okay, if you start to feel dizzy, you come out. Everybody else, please bend the back leg, scoop in so that your left hand holds the left foot, coaxing the left heel towards the left glute. So it's a big, or the right hand, whichever foot you use, I will love. Relax your eyes, soften your eyebrows.
Pigeon with the back left knee bent. So Jean will come in towards a mermaid, scooping the left elbow across the crook of top of the left foot. Coming to the bind, Jean. There you go. Good, that's okay. You're doing well. Swing over, fall over onto the right hip. Step your left leg across and come into Gomukhasana. Okay, so first we're in Gomukhasana. Push down and into the arches of the feet, swing from side to side. So there you are in the Gomukhasana. So Gomukhasana asks that your heels come towards your outer glutes. Let's do the longhorn steer pose. So flex your feet, usher your feet forward, but keep that stacking of the knees. Yes. And then come into that shape. I encourage you to explore the way that this is opening up the inner right hip, right? So the right foot can come even a little more forward. And then really sweep your chest forward and down. Now your left leg is doing my job, which is to take the weight of the right leg down. Okay, so you're just coming into this. Good. Swing out, bound Baddha Konasana, bound triangle, bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana, just rock from side to side. Okay, now we've done a lot on the feet. Let's go back the way we worked this on Tuesday's class. So turn the toes, so the toes are coming, bring the heels towards each other, push into the floor, and then clamber, roll up, hold that balance, hold that balance. Now, because I'm so interested in the feet today, give me a lift and a lower, and a lift and a lower, a lift and a lower, strengthening your ankles, good. Lift and lower. Crow pose, hands down, squeeze the outer thighs. Good, that's it. Are your feet alive? Have you engaged your core, your pelvic floor? Good, everybody. Come on up to stand. Goddess pose, hands opening and closing. In. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Where is that low back? Are you still questioning, controlling, engaging? Feet can be flat. Feet can be heels off the floor. 20, 19, keep going. 18, 17, 16, good. 15, it's a little bit of cat and cow there. 14, good. Yes, I love your back. Good, Joan. I love your back muscles there, Kira. Wow, Allison. 10. Yes. Oh, but certainly your breath can be more engaged. 5, inhaling and exhaling. 4, inhaling and exhaling. 3, staying in the goddess. Last one, come up to stand. Heel toe the feet back together. So let's get into that left side and then find me a tree. First, just regular old tree. Have you treated your right hip as a dump? Are you exaggerating the swag of the hip towards the right as if a baby could ride on your outer hip? I don't want that. So do what I don't want you to do, which is to dump into the inner right thigh and just lean up, just lean. So feel that. That's no. Now hug up and in. And then your right thigh is answering the pressure point of the left. Spool the left leg out. Take the left toes out to a point. And then point your left foot a lot and away. And just hold. Your left toes, they're not on the inner right thigh. Your left leg is high and out to the side. And you are breathing here. Now hike the left leg up. Bring the left knee to me. Bring it out into the side. And bring it to me. And then out to the side. And to me. And out. When I did this, point your toes more, Jean. I became so aware of the patch of muscle beneath the calf and the Achilles tendon that I was like, oh my God, I've just never used my leg in this way. Couple more. Now keeping the left toes there to point, swing the left leg, left ankle up and across. And then we're going through that curtsy. So you're going down and up, go down, maybe touch the floor, come up. 8, 7, 6, curtsy, figure 4s, 5, 4, curtsy, drop 3, 2. Now let's welcome the right leg to a beautiful stretch by standing on the left foot, right heel, right glute, go there. And then focus on the right toes, make them flex so madly that the distinction of the ankle and the rest of the foot become apparent. So your toes are actually flexed. Left hand heart. Lean all the way, good. There you go, come on forward, Biscuit. Come on forward, KJ. And as you come forward, keep lifting your right leg. Hold here, 10 breaths. 9, 8. Long holds, this whole class is long ass holds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Right foot flexes. 3, 2, 1. Come to a wide leg stance. And just work a little bit in and out. And in and out. Who will indulge me by becoming knock-kneed and then hanging out until the knees are towards each other, the heels are front, and just stay here in that. Okay, just stay here. So this would be, if we have any skiers in the room, this is the baby with no poles ski plow. You know, you see the 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, they don't have a pole and they're just taking that mountain with the toes, knees in towards each other and the heels apart. Bend the knees more. Find now an earnest stretching of your calves, right? So bring your chest up more perpendicular, KJ, and then bend, bring the knees towards each other and the feet. So just watch. So come out, Kira, start here and then bring in and then bend. So it's much more upright, guys. So you're up a little bit and then really bend your knees a lot. Good. Now listen to me, don't let the knees come away from each other, but try and push the feet apart. Does that make sense? So the knees stay and then you're pressing and then move the kneecaps towards me and then stand up a little straighter. Woo! Now you're finding your feet. Capiche? Joan, you can do this. Watch teacher. So Joan, take the toes towards each other, knees apart, and just hang out here. Now, are your heels digging in? Are you pushing apart your feet? Take your hands, please, to appreciate how your hip flexors are groaning and straining like the cables that hold up the Brooklyn Bridge, right? Bend your knees more, and then push the feet apart more, and then bend the knees more, and then push the feet apart more, and then bend the knees more. Good. Nice. Now lean the butt back. Now take carefully your knees from this position to parallel to each other. Then bend, then come forward with your hands, back with your fingers. We're here for a minute, and we're just holding on. Okay, so you're just gonna hold, and you're gonna stay. You can be up high, that counts. You can be a little lower. You can come in and out of the pose, but what I'm most curious about is the long tailbone, the belly in, and then reaching forward with the hands and sitting back towards the floor with the butt. We're here for at least 35 more breaths. 34. Now look at your toes. Could you distract yourself? Can you distract yourself from the pain in the quads by rerouting weight distribution into your feet? You have 30 more seconds. Stay in the pose. Bend your knees, Joan. It's invisible chair. Jean is coming in and out from the toe balance. I wish I had thought of that, but I'm just not that twisted, right? Some of you like to make this shit harder. I don't know why, because this is a really hard class. Thanks, Joan. Right, I had something completely different, and then someone shows up and they need to do all standing. I got your standing, hanging down low. Stay in it. Now you may come out. Legs wide out. All 10 toes up on both feet. 4 toes down, big toes up. Spin and turn your left toe out, press through. Now the big toe on the right foot is still up, but all 5 toes on the left are there. And just bend and straighten. So just bend and straighten. Now press through the right toe. Now Jean, listen to your teacher. Don't hop your right foot. Listen to me. Bend your left knee, lean sideways, and then watch. Heel toe, like a slow motion butter churn. Heel toe your right leg as far as you are able and away from the left heel. Oh, you can go a little more. Oh, come on. Bend your left knee. And then hold your left hand across your heart, right hand across your heart, or right hand over. Now place, please, your left earlobe towards your left kneecap. Pick up your left heel. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left heel down, left leg straight. Trikonasana. 5, 4, 3. Good, Joan. 2, 1. Side angle, no support. Right heel strong back. Move the right leg back even a little bit more. Left heel up. Lean to the left. 5. Where's your left ass cheek? Come on, hug it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left heel straight. No triangle. 5. Listen to your left ear and your left kneecap. 3, 2, 1. Bend again. Left heel off the floor, left toe down. We're here for 5. This is number 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg straight, left heel down, left toes up. Hold. Bend again. This is number 4. Left heel up. 5,
4, push in, and then try and hover. 3, my leg is shaking. 2, 1, left heel down, left leg straight, and this is the last one. 2, 1, left knee bends, left heel up. Good, nice. Now, left elbow underneath, find the hands, start to straighten your left leg, left heel down, toes up, balance Trikonasana. Good. And then spiral out, pivot, move forward over that front left knee, over the toes, pluck your right knee down and come here. Now, point through the right foot. I'm waiting for everybody to get in the pose. Left leg forward, good. Now reach back with those right toes. Click all of those right toes and push into the floor with the right leg. Lift the arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee down, right arm up. Lean to the left with the right arm. Exhale. Right arm around the front left leg. Stretch straight the right leg. Find the line if you can. Twist. Five more breaths. Stay in the twist. Stay in the bind.
Release pigeon. God, it feels good to get into pigeon. Heel toe your left foot over towards the side. Good. Excellent. Have you had enough, Joan? Are you leaving me? Are you staying? Okay, you're gonna leave? Okay. Pigeon, and we're gonna fold over the pigeon. It's a restorative. Does anybody appreciate her legs a little more today? We just walk on our legs and we take them for granted. It's hurting the leg, then yes, come out, Allison. I like for you not to do that anymore. Just stretch your leg. Don't bend the knee. Let's come out and just go into Paschimottanasana. Yeah, that's better. Oh, yes. Start to think of a chest that is exalted. So lift up towards arms that are straight, and then please bend the back right knee. Reach back so that the left or right hand can hold. Good. Good. And then flow sideways, spin to the left, step the right leg up over the top of the left. So you're in a cow face pose. Come forward over the knees. There's benefit in really resting. So we'll take our last little bit. Don't come out yet. We're going into Longhorn, I want you to start to move the shins parallel. And then fold into it. Now come towards a shin that is more longhorn, right? So the shins, yes, and then come forward from there. So the shins are more forward, and really feel what that does to the hip. Come down in. And what does this feel on the left hip specifically, right? Now, in my days of over-aggressive sequencing, I would have done this one more time and gone into an Ardha Chandrasana. I see such a look of disgust on Jean's face that I dare not. I don't. Do you want to try this again? Do you want to go? No, you're done? Are you done? Allison's done. Okay, let's come in. Jean's like, meh. Okay, come out and unmute yourself. It's the only three of you. You're all quite strong. Let me be, let's be democratic about this. How are you feeling?
That kind of kicked my ass.
It did, right?
And that's so deceptive.
It's not deceptive because you're not using, your foot is, this is a foot in the glute class.
Oh my, it was a quad class.
Oh,
That
now Allison, check in with me. What is happening to your left knee there? Is it hurting?
Yeah, my knees are, it's all these airplanes, I think. I've been having this weird knee stuff, and then if I put any pressure on them, they kind of get really cranky. So I'm sorry I couldn't by
Don't
the end.
do it.
Like,
No, this is your
is-
class. When you don't need to do something, you don't do it, okay? So should we try? I want you just to see the
Ardha Chandrasana is fine with me. As long as I'm not kneeling at all, I'm okay. I just can't.
well,
kneel.
let's not kneel. Let's not put you
Going
in
down
the
onto the, I mean, everyone else can do that if they want, but I just, today.
Don't do it, don't do it. But what I'm most interested in is the low to high Ardha Chandrasana. So watch. Most of the times we come, right? We're in our warriors. And I say, lean sideways, and then you lean in, and before this leg leaves, before this hand touches the floor, this hand starts to lift. And then you go kind of like a fold. I was interested in coming here, going long, 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 long. This touching, and then this lifting, and then this straight. It's so awful. Let's just try one on each side. Just try one. Just so that you can feel the slow, steady creation of a pose that we take for granted. So whichever leg you get into, I will love and bend, but go slowly wait for teacher. Everybody, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to cue it. Okay, get into warrior two, please. Go to warrior two. Okay. And have a warrior two that's a little on the long side, as we have been doing. Then from that warrior two that's a little on the long side, slant long and over the front bent right knee. Good. Now reach for the floor Now drag yourself sideways. Heel toe that leg that's outstretched in. Keep the knee that's bent. Lift the leg that's straight. Keep the knee that's bent. Keep the knee that's bent. Keep the knee that's bent. Lift the leg that's straight. Keep the knee that's bent. Lift the leg that's straight. Straighten the knee that's bent. Wapa. There. So you created a whole new understanding of Ardha Chandrasana as a hydraulic pump of that front leg. Go to the second side. You're cooked. I see it. You're having a meltdown on the floor of Kmart in your Halloween costume, and it's August, right? I took you shopping against your will, and you're like, you need a nap. Okay, come on into it. Get on in. Okay, now go slowly. So the front knee is bent. Lean into that sideways. Good. Then put your hand to the floor. Now, before you even think about lifting up the back leg, swim sideways and then keep the front leg bent and lift the back leg up. Keep the front leg bent, lift the back leg up. Keep the front leg bent, lift the back leg higher. Keep the straight leg straight and lift it higher. Keep the bent knee bent and lean over. Now, lift the straight leg up, straighten the bent knee. Oh. And we have arrived. It took a long time, but notice how your feet are so much more engaged. Or maybe you're just like, I'm about to engage my fist with your face the next time I see you. You might be thinking some violent thoughts. Come on out, rest in your Shavasana. Or how about this? Let's get our straps. Let's try that. Let's lie down on the back, get the straps, and then just swing the legs out to the side. Let's do a little Supta Baddha Konasana, Supta Padangustasana. So just lie down, swing the leg out from one side to the other. It will be well worth the rinse. Oh my God, that was the worst, hardest class, wasn't it? When I am thrown a curve, when I think I'm going to do one thing, and then something happens, either someone comes with a little vertigo or something happens, I will always, and this is good for you because 2/3 of you are teachers. I go back to the basics in medieval, sick, twisted ways, right? I just go backwards. I'm like, how can I go backwards into what seems to be warrior 2, side angle, triangle, twisting, right? Tree pose. Who has ever done a tree pose on that hydraulic pump? That was some shit right there. After you've stretched one leg, wrap up the strap around the arch of the other foot, and then just come into that shape. Feel very delighted about the way you work today. There's nothing easy about these slow, steady quests for reinvigorating basic poses. So when we go back to the fundamentals, there's a richness. You see again what was once so common, right? I was inspired this morning by the darkness and the trees that I see every day. They're now dressed up in lights. And these little trees, they're glowing from top to bottom. And that's how these poses are. We've just wrapped you all in Christmas lights, from the tips of your toes to the big trunks of the limbs of the tree. Once you find yourself with enough stretch from both sides, from one to the other, then come into a Shavasana that really cultivates a bent knee, a supported back, a blanket, an eye pillow. And then come and lie flat on the back, full length, like a corpse. Keep your hands a little away from the thighs, palms up. And then relax the knuckles. Close the eyes, and if possible, shroud the eyes maybe with an edge of your sweatshirt or some covering. Take the legs a little wider apart with the heels pointing in and the toes pointing out. Start with the breath and deeply inhale. The breathing should be fine and slow with no seam on the inhale or exhale. It's as if you were weaving a loom with a beautiful piece of silky blue thread. Concentrate on deep and fine exhalations. In which nostril do you not feel? Is there a little clog with this weird respiratory stuff? So just notice. And then breathe again and see if there's been a re-equilibrating between the left side and the right side. Lower jaw should hang loose, neither clenching around the base molars. The tongue should not be disturbed, and even the pupils of the eyes behind the shroud of the eyelids are passive and relaxed. Relax completely and breathe out slowly. If the mind wanders, pause without any strain after each slow exhalation. You might feel like falling asleep. And if that happens, it is the most needed Shavasana stage of exploration. If you can, try and hover in the twilight zone between sleep and wake. Gradually, when the nerves become passive, one feels completely relaxed and refreshed. In the good Shavasana, one feels the energy flow from the back of the head towards the heels. One feels the elongation of the spine, the cradling of the shoulders down, and the shoulders coming into the natural position, slightly away from the ears. The knuckles, they melt. The wrists and elbows, shoulders, they dissolve. The spine, like one of those beautiful candy necklaces, looped through the center, a strand of wintergreen lifesavers along the back. Let them dissolve. The shovel-shaped bone in the low back, your sacrum. Make it heavy, heavy, so that down and down to the center of the earth, you feel the earth absorbing and welcoming you home. All of the muscles around your glutes. Momentarily squeeze them tight, and then relax and release them again. Notice what this did to the arrangement of your thigh bones into the hips. Now squeeze tight the quads and point the toes so that the knees indent and the toes are crisp and pointed. And now let go your legs so that the legs, they release from the low back, the low butt flesh through the back of the legs. Wiggle the toes. And then, as if I have snuck into your house and tied each toe with the 10-pound weight, let the toes drag down. Let the legs quiet. Make the belly soft. Slow down the beating of the heart. Come quiet in the arrangement of the thoughts. Go deep into darkness and let go. Begin to deepen the breath. Point and flex the toes. Have a full body yawn, stretching the arms overhead. Have a happy baby now with the knees plunging towards the armpits, and rock there from side to side. Good. Have a twist with the knees draped over to whichever side calls to you, and stay in that twist. Now the top leg, let it stretch straight and away so that it feels like your hand on that side can hold that leg. And then the opposite arm, let it be about the pectoral stretch, the chest stretch. And just stay here and stay in the waning part of your Shavasana, in this weird twist, still with the embers and the softness of the eyes, glowing hip, low back releasing. Come out and sweep to the second side. So go with such care. It's like unwrapping a gift of tissue paper, and you want to be economically correct and reuse that tissue paper, right? So you're not just tearing off to the second side. Respect the fold of the back. And stay with the breath that is easy, fluid, soft, nurturing. And do stay in this twist, just because. Just because, stay in this twist. And then slowly make your way out and make your way up to sit, and then roll the shoulders back and roll the shoulders forward. Let the head turn clockwise and counterclockwise. And then sit, easy cross-leg position, eyes closed. You might even play with balancing a brick on the top of the head, just to see if you are really sitting up as tall as you can. If there's no brick handy, just imagine. And then bring your eyes to close. Now, squeeze in your glutes. Keep your eyes closed. You're sitting in easy cross leg. Squeeze in at the base of the perineum. Squeeze in with the glutes, and then direct the knees away from each other. And notice how just by puckering your butt cheeks, activating your glutes, you lift up a few millimeters. And now relax all that and sit up taller. May you feel this peace always. May you feel this peace with others. May you keep this peace with you every step of the way along your journey. What an honor to see you blossom and grow in your yoga practice. Namaste. Good job, everybody. How do you feel?